track wrestling at the National Recruiting Showcase with 106-pound champion Nyla Valencia. Pretty dominant performance throughout the day in a difficult weight class. What pleased you most with the way you wrestled?
I was most pleased with my ability to really stick to my game plan and hit my shots and attacks and stay confident in my matches. And I think, this is the first time where I've really been able to let loose and stay relaxed and do what I do best out on the mat. And so definitely an improvement in my performance. And I've been competing a lot this year, so it's definitely shown that I'm more confident on the mat and I can really showcase my abilities.
California state champion a year ago, what has his competition looked like for you here in a disjointed past year as far as competition goes?
So our high school season right now is a little bit delayed, I would say, but that hasn't stopped me from competing. I think I've hit about 5 tournaments this year. So in terms of competition, I've definitely had some tournaments in, and I've gotten to compete with some really solid girls, and I've went to a couple showcases. So that's really helped with this performance, I feel like, because I've been able to get a lot of mat time. And in terms of state this year, I don't know how that's going to work out, but hopefully we have a tournament this year so that I can work on getting that second title.
What has it been like? Has it been stressful? Is it just kind of a situation where you're trying to make the best of it and find competition elsewhere? What have the emotions been like you've had to deal with?
I would say stressful in the beginning, but I feel like I've grown to accept it and sort of conquer the situation that we're in and sort of move on. I feel like California's faced a lot of adversity in terms of the limitations in our wrestling area, but I would say that personally I've been able to thrive in this situation. I've been training with some of the senior girls at the OTC. I've been getting some matches in with some high-level girls. I've been competing a lot, so it hasn't personally affected me as it may have for other people, which I'm very grateful for. I have an amazing training partner in my room and an amazing dad and an amazing support system, my mom, so they're able to stick by me and really help me get through the situation.
You got another year before you have to make a decision on a college choice, maybe several months here in the fall, but what do you think looking forward to recruiting? What does that look like for you?
So my top choice is Stanford. I'm looking to go the Ivy League route. They currently don't have a wrestling program. I'm looking to keep my options open, of course, but my ultimate goal is to compete internationally and try to win world titles and Olympic titles. So as far as the plan, my goal is to train at the OTC in Colorado Springs and then hopefully resume my college career and then try and make an Olympic team. But my options are open, so I am looking for good schools, of course, and places that will really work and fit right for me.
And you want to be a surgeon?
Yes, I want to be a surgeon.
What has led you in that direction? What appeals to you?
Well, so I wanted to be a surgeon since I was a little girl, mainly because of my grandma. She has a weak heart, so I wanted to become a cardiothoracic surgeon to help her in that respect. And that's never really changed for me, so that's why I want to go to Stanford. It's close to home and they have a great medical school nearby, so that's one of my main options. But I don't think that's ever going to change.
What has it been like for you watching the situation unfold at Stanford all the way up until a week ago with Shane Griffith winning a national championship?
So that was an amazing moment. I remember my family and I were watching him win the championship, and we were so pumped and excited because as soon as he won, that was a game changer. I mean, that's really an eye-opener for Stanford to see. They need to really make some changes because it's clear that Stanford should keep its wrestling. I mean, if they can and they bring back a women's program, that's a game changer for me as well. So I really hope that Griffiths win and all these social media response and posts, I really hope it makes a difference within the next year or so that I can hopefully wrestle in college.
Yeah, you mentioned not just Stanford, but Ivy Leagues too, and it seems like we're seeing all the time new programs popping up, and it seems like only a matter of time before we're going to see more Division I's and perhaps in the Ivy League itself. How does that affect you going forward? I mean, do you think about delaying college at all and waiting to see what options you might have down the road?
So my plan is to take a gap year before I go to college to train at the OTC. And we'll see. At that point, hopefully I'll get accepted into a school that I want to go to. But like I said, I'm keeping my options open. So maybe Cornell, Princeton, Harvard, those are in the mix, and some local UCs. But it really just depends on where I'm at that point. Like if I'm at the senior level, then definitely trying to pursue a path, the Olympic route.
So this tournament on the bottom side, you had Faith Cole and Sterling Diaz, and you wind up facing Faith in the finals. How would you critique your performance in that match? You were a 13-6 winner.
Yes, so I made a couple of tactical errors, but overall I'm proud of my performance. Definitely some room for improvement. It was not the performance that I thought I would have. Some room for improvement, like I said, so we're gonna go back into the room, and I'm actually glad that I can, look back into the film and go over some of the things I need to work on, because there were definitely some errors and some room for improvement there. But I have some great coaches that will help me go through that. And I've wrestled Faith a couple of times before in practice rooms, never in competition, but I kind of knew going into the match what I was going to expect, and I did achieve the result that I wanted to achieve, which is awesome. But definitely, I'm going to compete against her at the World Trials, so I'm going to go ahead and go home and get ready and prepare for that mentally and physically, and make sure that I'm ready to go to face her again.